What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Get Real Bass Fishing. Today I am doing this video kind of in reverse because I just went into a full-on excited movement here on this specific spot that I'm fishing. I did not expect any of what just happened to happen, but I am here and I caught a ton of fish. I used a 7-foot 3-inch St. Croix Legend Tournament inshore. It was a medium action. Dude, is oh my gosh, the amount of fish, the size of the fish that I pulled up, unbelievable. I'll let you guys watch the video. It's going to be a little different than most of the videos, mainly because the wind is one, ripping, two, I just went in, like I said, full excited mode and totally just went out fishing. No storyline whatsoever. I'm 10 feet from the spot where I caught fish, so there was nothing to do. I just got out and started fishing. See, didn't even turn the GoPro off. But the amount of fish that I caught, the size, it was just absolutely insane. I don't know what went wrong with me, but I lost, I think 2 or 3 SP minnows, snapped them off. I was using light tackle, so I snapped off a lot right at my feet, trying to pick up fish. They were just so heavy, just snapped off. I got 4 SP minnows in my leg. Not my flesh, but in my pant legs. So my brand new pants that I got for fishing this year have 3 gaping holes in them. It was absolute madness, but I know you guys are here for the video, and we're gonna be talking about this rod throughout the entire video. It is fantastic. I didn't expect to be able to do what I did with this rod today, but I really didn't expect to bite like this. Sometimes you just get lucky and fall into a school full of thousands for hours. But that's all I have to explain it. But we're gonna do some voiceovers and talk about this, and yeah, let's go. Nice. Oh, you snapped me off. That was expected though. That was expected. Surprised it took so long. All right, I found an SP minnow. Let's tie on an SP minnow. So while we're tying on this SP minnow, because I snapped off on a bucktail, being a fool, throwing a 1/2 ounce bucktail into monster bluefish. At any point in this video, if you are not subscribed already and you feel like you want to see more content from us, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. It's definitely going to help us make more content for you. It'll help you see our videos. If you like it, hit that like button. That way you see our content in the future and content that you haven't seen in the past. We have over 700 videos on the YouTube channel, so if you're new, I guarantee you will have a long time watching some videos. But we have it tied on and cast it out with the St. Croix 7'3" Legend Tournament inshore, medium fast. Is rated 3/8 to 3/4, and it's one beast of a rod. I like pushing the rods and reels and everything to the test, put it as far as possible, see what it's actually capable of. And it looks like we were catching some monster bluefish on it. It was able to pull all these big blues out of the rip. I have a Stratic 3000 on it. You can hear it zipping, but it's a smooth drag, so it's not pulling out all jaggedy to where the fish is going to snap the line. It's good having a smooth drag. That way, if it gets stuck on the reel, it doesn't just snap, especially since I'm using 15-pound test.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
So the reason I went with an SP minnow as opposed to going back to a bucktail is because these fish are so aggressive. There's literally thousands of them, and when the bucktails go inside of the mouths of these toothy fish, they just snap right off. But if you throw a mag dart or SP, topwater or whatnot, it's less likely that they're going to swallow the bait, which means it's less likely that they're going to actually touch your line with their teeth. But the SP minnow ended up going into my pant leg, had to end up cutting it, and now I have 3 holes in my pants. But luckily they're convertibles, and I didn't destroy them too much. So for right now we have the GoPro shots, but in a couple shots in the future of this video you're going to see me with a side profile of this rod. That way you can see the action, the bend,
where all the action is, where the backbone is, because with the GoPro it kind of like warps things to make it a little bit more round. It's got a fisheye lens, but with the big camera from the side view, you'll see that a lot of the power comes from that backbone and midsection to back section, and it's got a nice soft sensitive tip, so you're able to play big fish but also be able to pull in big fish. So I've been fishing a lot of 7-foot rods in the last year or two, and having a 7.3, believe it or not, the extra 3 inches definitely plays a big difference when it comes to fighting fish, as well as actually getting good casting distance. Like today we were casting really far out, and we were able to catch a lot of fish because of it. Whereas a 7-foot, I'm sure with the wind behind me, it would probably be able to do the same thing, but from someone who's fished a lot of 7-foots, this 7.3 is I would say a game changer. So these are all fish between 30 and 35 inches, so they are some pretty good bluefish. And unfortunately, fishing on the rocks and fishing with such light tackle, it's not easy, you know, flipping these fish up onto the rocks or somewhere where I could take them out and show the big camera. So a lot of these are easy releases. You'll see in this clip when I'm standing on this rock that I have to go down into a rock in order to unhook a big fish, and every time I were to pull up a fish on here with the 20-pound test mono or 15-pound mono, whatever I had on, I don't remember, I would just snap off. So you saw on that side profile, we'll get another side profile hookup again, but you saw that a lot of that, if you want to go back, go ahead and check it out. You saw that the tip is very soft, so you have all that really nice action, but then you have that nice backbone. You'll see it about midsection of the rod. It has that sturdy backbone, so you're able to set the hook, you're able to pull them through the rips. As long as you have a good reel, you're going to be able to fight these fish with this rod through rips and turn them so they don't go into the rocks, especially with light tackle. Getting them out of the rocks or away from the rocks is going to be your best bet of landing a fish.
That is a monster blue.
Grabbing the line. I had a short leader, so I was grabbing the braid. Don't ever do that. Don't ever wrap the line around your hand, especially with big fish. I just snapped off right there with that SP minnow that I found, so saved myself a couple bucks. But yeah, don't ever wrap the line around your hand. It will cut through your hand and you will not have a good day. Watch this load up on that rod. You'll see the soft tip and the backbone. See, right about that midsection is where it stops bending completely. So you have that nice backbone pulling that fish in through that rip, but you also have that really sensitive tip where you're able to work jerk baits like this or crankbait or something that requires a little bit more sensitivity to give it some better action. The lighter the line, the lighter the leader, the more action a bait's going to have. The lighter the rod, the more action a bait's going to have, because it's not just one giant broomstick pulling in a bait, it's actually something working with the bait to make it wiggle sideways, turn sideways. But if you look here, there's like a pack of bluefish right behind this guy. Just what they do is they just wait for that bait to fall out and they'll go right after it. So if you ever miss hits when you're into bluefish, don't just reel up really quickly to try to cast back out. Let it pause and then start jerking the bait again, and chances are you'll pull up one of the guys that are following. And here I try to pull up the fish and it doesn't end well for me. I lose another SP minnow, and it was stupid. I'm pretty sure it's 15-pound test I have on, but I go through my Z-belt bag here and I have it loaded with SPs and swarter, so I put on another SP. Actually, I think I put on the swarter here. And it's the snapper color. So it's a solid color with blues and chartreuses, and instead of putting back a 15-pound leader or 20-pound leader, I throw in one of my I believe it was a 40 pound. It was either a 40 or a 50. 40 is fine. If it was a 50, even better. But I just wanted something that I could pull the fish up onto the rocks with, as opposed to snapping off every single fish. But again, you'll see the load up on the rod here. If you really want to see how sensitive and stuff like that, this rod is pretty great. I didn't catch anything on that solid bait, so I switched back over to a shiny silvery bait. Like, that's the first bait I had on the SP that I found. So I put on another shimmering shiny bait. They wouldn't go after bones. They wouldn't go after that snapper color. The only thing they were going after for me was the shiny silvery baits. So I put on this one, and I hook up almost immediately after it. And I was casting the same exact areas with the other colors, and they just, I don't know, they just didn't want any other color. But this one, there was a lot of like spearing in the water that I didn't manage to get on camera because they were a little bit farther out for the GoPro to see, but they were jumping out of the water, getting attacked by bluefish. And when it comes to fighting these guys, the heavier leader is pretty beneficial because I can just pull it up on the rocks. It doesn't really affect casting distance.
Gotta be careful when you're holding the leader like this, that if you spits the hook, it doesn't come back at your face. So, very, very careful. But also, you don't want to touch the fish with the treble that close.
Yeah, always be careful when you're holding tension on that leader, because if that fish spits the hook, that lure is going right into wherever it's being held, whether it's in front of your face or out front, wherever the pressure or tension is, that's where that bait's going to be launched back. But here's another side view of that rod. You can see the bend a little bit more in that middle section, but that nice sturdy backbone being able to pull these fish. I don't know if you guys ever fished next to an inlet or in an inlet. The rips around there are pretty strong throughout the entire tide, and if that says something about how this rod is able to pull in some fish, especially bluefish, let alone 15-pound bluefish, 10-pound bluefish, then it's all you need to know about how this rod handles. So there's a nice bluefish there. One of the only ones I was able to pull up and hold in front of the camera, because they were all just up on the rocks. It was safer for me just to unhook them in the water and not pull them up with all those trebles and being on slippery rocks. But there's that 3000 Stratic with that 15-pound braid on there. It looks small, honestly, but it's a nice light bait, light rod, light reel setup. You can use it on the boat, you can use it from the shore, whatever you might like. Here's some shots of the exact lure I was using if you guys want to go around to local tackle shops and purchase it. I'll link it down below. It's going to be an Amazon affiliate link if you guys want to purchase it. We get a small commission out of it, but this is the exact same bait that we were using. And then also there's another one that I didn't get a good video of, but we were using that one too. They were both the silver flashy ones. In that super bright sun, the flash just really did it. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I'm sure you're gonna love the content coming in the future. And go ahead and hit that channel icon down below. If you haven't seen more of our videos, go check them out. If you're not subscribing, you're definitely gonna subscribe after that. But thank you all to everyone who has subscribed, taken some time to watch our videos, went to the website smoochandrelease.com to purchase some bucktail, silicone jigs for the fluke, the grubs for the trailers, inline spinners, all the stuff, hats, sweatshirts, shirts. Thank you all for all that. It really helps support us, and we're able to do this kind of stuff because of that. So thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have some good luck with the bluefish, stripers, fluke, and weak fish, and everything else coming in. The warmer the water, the more fish we're going to see. And some fish are going to be a little bit more difficult to catch when it comes to some hotter water, but it is what it is. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Stay real, smooch and release, and have some fun on the water. We'll see you next time.